Hello and welcome back! Today we're doing puzzle number 33 in the Fiendish Logic Puzzle book from Puzzle Baron and Stephen P. Ryder. This one's called Free Diving. We have 7 different divers who reached 7 different depths and from 7 different countries. And we gotta figure out which is which and what order they went in. Alright, so let's get started. We have a list clue for our first one, but it's incomplete. It's only 6 of the 7. So we have Mongolia, Chevy Chen, the divers who went 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. Okay. So we have those 6 and one that's unknown. Number 2, of the divers who maxed out at 101 and 104 meters, one went 2nd and the other was from, Tajikistan. Okay, well first off, 2nd can't be Tajikistan, but fortunately we have 2 in the same category, so we know that 101 and 104 can only, that 2nd can only be 101 or 104, and so can Tajikistan. Okay. And again, our next clue is also 2 in the same category of Igor Ingram and Britt Bradley. One went 2nd, the other lives in Zambia. This is interesting because this is also, the 2nd is here, so the one who went 2nd could only be 101 and 104, and Igor Ingram and Britt Bradley. But of course, we also know that 2nd can't be Zambia. So 2nd can also only be Britt Bradley and Igor Ingram, and Zambia, same thing. The Qatari diver went 6 meters deeper than Ferris Fry, whose maximum depth was 3 meters less than Igor Ingram. So let's draw this out. Let's make a little drawing. Okay, so, well, first off, well, no, we'll do this first. Okay. So we have Ferris Fry. Okay, so we're separated by an increment of 3 meters. So the Qatari is 6 more than Ferris Fry. And his maximum depth was 3 meters less than Igor Ingram. So if I'm reading this right, we have Ferris Fry, then 3 more meters you get Igor Ingram, and then 3 meters more than that would give you Qatar, whoever's from Qatar. Yes, his max was 3 meters less. So Ferris Fry is 6 less than Qatar, 3 less than Igor Ingram, and Ferris Fry and Igor Ingram, neither of those can be from Qatar. And good. Oh, and of course, let's do this. So, okay, we'll start with Ferris Fry. If he was the very shallowest diver, then the deepest that Igor Ingram could be was 101, and the deepest that the Qatari diver could be is 104. And if Qatar was the deepest, then the deepest Igor Ingram could be was 113, and the deepest Ferris could be is 110. Good. Number 5, Britt Bradley dove deeper than the person who went 1st. So first off, Britt Bradley couldn't be 1st, and he also can't be the least deep, and the 1st can't be the most deep. The Icelandic diver who didn't perform 5th went 12 meters deeper than the contestant from Brunei. Okay, so 12, again, we're in increments of 3, so that'd be 4 increments. It's quite a lot. So if the Icelandic diver, okay, so if the Brunei was the shallowest, then the shallowest that Iceland could be is 12 more than that, which is 110. And if Iceland was the deepest, then the deepest Brunei could be is 12 less than that, which is 104. Very good. So Iceland also can't be second. Doesn't line up. Okay. Oh great, another complicated one. We'll get through it together. Ed Elliott reached a maximum depth that was 3 meters shallower than that achieved by Joral Joyce, who reached a maximum depth that was 9 meters shallower than the 6th diver. So let's draw that again. Okay, so Ed Elliott, if you go 3 meters deeper than that, you get Joral Joyce, who reached a maximum depth that was 9 meters shallower than the 6th diver. 9 meters shallower. Okay. 6th. Okay, so basically, Ed Elliott is 3 meters shallower than Joral Joyce. Joral Joyce is 9 meters shallower than the 6th diver, and Ed Elliott is 12 meters shallower than the 6th diver. I should also note that Brunei is 12 shallower than Iceland. So is it possible that the 6th diver is Iceland and Ed Elliott is Brunei? I don't see why not yet, but let's keep an eye out. Well, first off, neither Ed Elliott or Joral Joyce can be 6th. Good. Now we have, okay, so alright, we might as well start here. And we'll start here. So if the 6th diver is the deepest, there he is, then the deepest that Joral Joyce could be is 9 meters less than that, which would be 107. Correct. And that would mean Ed Elliott. Okay, no, well, and if this Joral Joyce was the shallowest, and the least that the 6th could be is 9 more than that, which is 107 also. But Joral Joyce is also 3 meters deeper than Ed Elliott. Ed Elliott can be at most 104. And since Joral Joyce now can't be 98, the 6th can't be 9 more than that, which is 107. Okay? And the 6th can't be Brunei. It just doesn't add up. Not that we really thought it would. It also can't be Tajikistan. Ed Elliott can't be Icelandic. Joral Joyce can't be Icelandic. Yes. Okay, good. The diver from Mongolia reached a maximum depth 15 meters less than the 7th diver. So first off, Mongolia is not the 7th diver. Mongolia is 15 meters less than the 7th diver. So if Mongolia was the very shallowest, then the shallowest the 7th diver can be is 15 less than that, which is 113. And you get the idea. 15 meters is a lot of difference. So now Mongolia can't be 7th. It also can't be 6th. Just doesn't line up. And 7th can't be here or here. Okay. And that's our first run through the clues. Let's start back at the top. Okay. The competitor from Mongolia, we just talked about, Chevy Chen, and the divers who went 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th were different divers. I just realized I marked off all of these, but I didn't actually put together, I marked all of them with dots so I'd know them, but I didn't actually put that in. So Chevy Chen, okay, so Mongolia can't be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 5th. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th. And can't be 6th or 7th for reasons we just went over. So that means Mongolia is 4th. So that's great. Put that here. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th are found. And no, I marked off 6th. It should be 5th. It's confusing. The next word is 6. So Chevy Chen can't be any of those. Not 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Only 6th or 7th. And he also can't be Mongolia. Alright, and if Chevy Chen has to be either 6th or 7th, then there's a lot of spaces, depths here that can't be 6th or 7th, so he can't be that. Good. And that means he can't be Brunei, Tajikistan. Very interesting. Okay. Of the divers who maxed out at 101 and 104, one went 2nd, the other was from Tajikistan. Of Igor Ingram and Britt Bradley, one was 2nd and the other lives in Zambia. Britt Bradley dove deeper than the person who went 1st. And he's either 2nd or he lives in Zambia. Well, how about this? Any country that 2nd place couldn't be, aside from Zambia, of course, couldn't be Igor Ingram or Britt Bradley. So 2nd place can't be Iceland. 2nd place can't be Mongolia. 2nd place can't be Tajikistan. And 2nd place can't be Zambia, but that's fine. Because if it's not Zambia, then it has to be 2nd place, and it has to be one of those countries that 2nd place can be. Oh, Tajikistan, I forgot to X that out. Right? Okay. The Icelandic diver went 12 meters deeper than Brunei. Okay, that's still good. Ed Elliott reached a maximum depth 3 meters shallower than Joral Joyce, who was 9 meters shallower than the 6th diver. Good. And then the Mongolian reached a maximum depth 15 meters less than the 7th. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's look at some relationships here. See if we can figure something out. Okay. So Ferris Fry is 3 less than Igor Ingram. Well, 1 increment less, I mean. And Ed Elliott is the same amount less than Joral Joyce. Alright, I guess let's start from the beginning again. Okay, so we have the 4th competitor, aka the Mongolian competitor, Chevy Chen, the divers who went 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. So Chevy Chen is definitely 6th or 7th. So 2nd place. Okay, so 2nd place is either Igor Ingram or Britt Bradley, and either 101 or 104. Okay, and the Qatari diver is 3 meters less. There's maximum depth. Yeah, okay. I guess clean up the board a little might help. Mongolia. Guitar. Oh, okay. Britt Bradley dove deeper than the person who went first. Icelandic is 12 meters deeper than Brunei. Okay, what did we know about Zambia? Where was that? Okay, second in Zambia. Okay. So, the 101 and the 104 have to either be second or Tajikistan. So, for these slots, they have to either be Tajikistan or any country that can be second. So any country that couldn't be second place can't be 101 or 104. And that means no Zambia, because one of them will be taken by Tajikistan, the other one will be taken by second place, and Zambia can't be second place. Same for Iceland, but we already knew that. And oh, I have an idea. So Mongolia could be 101 so far, except it's fourth place, not second place, and it's not Tajikistan. We found our Mongolia. Very good. All right. And Mongolia is 15 meters less than the seventh diver. So add 15 to 98. Great. So we have our seventh, which isn't on our list. So it could be Chevy Chen or just the one that's not on the list. That's great. Also, we now have two countries that could only be 101 or 104 since we eliminated 98 from Brunei. That means no other country can take those slots. Those slots are taken. And in doing so, we found our second place because one will be taken by Tajikistan and the other will be taken by Brunei, and that one will be second place. So second place is Brunei. Okay. Very good. Yes. Good. And Brunei is 12 meters less than Iceland. So can't be 98, so can't be 110. Good. Now Iceland can't be first. Second. Fourth. Can't be fifth for a different reason. Same clue. And still could be 6th or 7th. Good. What else does this change? Okay, so Igor and Bradley. Oh, how about this? We now know that the second one is Brunei. So, of Igor Ingram and Britt Bradley, one is from Brunei and the other lives in Zambia. So, Brunei and Zambia. And of course, no other country can take those. Very good. And that tightens up Mongolia, which tightens up the fourth. Good. And Brunei is second. We already got that. Good. Oh, and look at that. So now the sixth diver can't be 113. So Joral Joyce can't be 9 meters shallower than that. And Ed Elliott can't be 3 meters shallower than that. Unfortunately, none of these are, sharing a... If they were lined up next to each other in the same value, we could deduce something from that, but not now. Not in this case. But still, we narrowed it down. The Qatari diver was... Okay, the Qatar... Okay. Ferris Fry... No, not yet. Qatari diver went 6 meters deeper. I think that's still good, the same. Oh, no, it's not. So now Qatar can't be 104. So Ferris Fry can't be 6 meters shallower than that, which would be 98. So 98, aka the fourth, can only be Ed Elliott or Gumbo Giles, or Giles. So now Joral Joyce can only be Honduras or Qatar. Okay. Joral Joyce. I have here that it can only be Honduras or Qatar. And it only can be 101 meters or 107 meters. And 101 meters can't be Honduras or Qatar, which would tell us that he would have to be 107, which could be either. Let me just double check this logic. So Brunei is the second, and the second can only be Igor. The second can't be Joral Joyce. It can only be I or B. Iceland doesn't line up. Mongolia doesn't line up because it has to be, this is the first one, and Joral Joyce has to be more than Ed Elliott. Tajikistan, same thing as Brunei. Can only, well, Tajikistan. Why can't it be Joral Joyce? Not that I don't believe myself. Just want to double check. Why can't Tajikistan be Joral Joyce? Why can't Tajikistan be Joral Joyce? Well, Zambia is the same thing as Brunei, so why can't Joral Joyce be Tajikistan? Let me see. I don't see any reason why Gerald Joyce couldn't be Tajikistan, which is a shame because if he couldn't be, because he can be 101 meters, because if he couldn't be that Tajikistan, then we'd know he has to be the 107 meters. But I just don't see any clue. Tajikistan can only be, can't be the second, so, and that's Brunei anyway. Has to be 101 or 104. Why couldn't Chevy Chen be Tajikistan? Because he couldn't be 6th or 7th. Well, he had to be 6th or 7th, I mean. Alright, well that was fun while it lasted. Okay. Alright. Let's fill out the board a little bit and then call it a round and start from the beginning. So, 4th, Mongolia, 7th. Good. Okay. Okay, so we have the competitor from Mongolia, aka the 4th, Chevy Chen, the divers who went 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. Are all different divers. Of the divers who maxed out at 101 and 104, one went 2nd, and the other was from Tajikistan, aka Brunei and Tajikistan. So, 101 and 104. And Gerald Joyce can't be Brunei. Can't be Brunei or Zambia because of clue number 3. Iceland doesn't line up. Mongolia doesn't line up. Everything else should be fine. Okay. Britt Bradley dove deeper than the person who went first. Can't be 101 anymore. The Icelandic diver went 12 meters deeper than Brunei. Good. Elliot reached a maximum depth 3 meters shallower than Gerald Joyce, who was 9 meters shallower than the 6th diver. And then Mongolia is 15 less than the 7th diver. We got that one. Okay. Okay. Qatari diver went 6 meters deeper than Ferris Fry, whose maximum depth was 3 meters less than Igor Ingram. Oh, look at that. So Ferris Fry, why can't he be 98 meters again? Was it because it couldn't be Mongolia or fourth? Oh yeah, silly me. It's because Qatar couldn't be here anymore. Okay, so Ferris Fry. I remembered to adjust Ferris Fry because of Qatar, but I forgot to adjust Igor Ingram, who is 3 meters less than Fry. So, wait, I'm wrong, aren't I? Yeah, Igor Ingram, no, I didn't do that. Igor Ingram has to either be, couldn't be Mongolia because he had to be second, or Zambia, and Mongolia is fourth. So Igor Ingram is 3 less than maximum depth. No, 3 more than Ferris Fry. Yes. But Ferris Fry can't, no, I was right the first time. I adjusted Ferris Fry couldn't be Mongolia or fourth or 98 meters because Qatar now couldn't be 104, so he couldn't be 6 less than that. That would mean Igor Ingram now can't be 101 meters. That's what I meant. Oh, I got something. Second has to be Igor Ingram and Britt Bradley. We've just eliminated 101 as being either Igor Ingram or Britt Bradley, and the same for 98, because Britt Bradley has to be deeper than whoever went first, and the fourth took that 98 meter slot, and Igor Ingram, again, has to be 3 more than Ferris. So now we know that second cannot be 101 meters. It has to be 104. And that means Tajikistan is 101. Brunei is 104. And it's also 104 is either Igor Ingram or Britt Bradley. That leaves only Ed Elliott to be our 98 and our Mongolian and our fourth. Go, our fourth. 3 more than Ed Elliott is Joral Joyce, and 9 more than Joral Joyce is the 6th diver. Very good. Now we're cooking with gas. Great. So now second is one of these two, and the other of the two is Zambia, but we don't know where that is yet. That's fine. Oh, now Ferris Fry can't be 104. So Igor Ingram can't be 107. And he can't be 101, similarly. So Igor Ingram can't be 104. Okay, so so 101 was taken by Joral Joyce, so it can't be Ferris Fry. Therefore, Igor Ingram can't be 104. That means he can't be the second. So the second has to be Britt Bradley. Igor Ingram must be Zambia. And must be Brunei. Good. Great. It is. Good. Great. So, what was it? Zambia. And then Britt Bradley was second. Great, we got it. That also means Britt Bradley gets a little dot because he's second. That's one of the ones on the list. And Ed Elliott is Mongolian. Jorel Joyce, we don't know yet. Okay. The Qatari diver. Oh, we just did Ferris Fry. We gotta do the Qatari diver also. 60 meters deeper than. Well, first off, now 110 meters can only be Ferris Fry or Igor Ingram because they only have 2 possibilities apiece. And since they line up, basically Ferris Fry is 3 less than Igor Ingram. So Ferris Fry could be here and Igor Ingram could be there. Or Igor Ingram could be here or Ferris Fry could be there. Or the only other option is that Ferris Fry is here and Igor Ingram is here, in which case they wouldn't be 3 meters apart. So nothing else can take up that slot. Not Gumbo Giles or Chevy Chen. That means Chevy Chen can't be 6th. So he must be 7th. There we go. 7th. So, okay. So, by the way, looking at that list number 1, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, not 6, 7. So let me do that again without getting confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So 6th is the one that wasn't on the list. I'm going to put a little scribble next to it. Interesting. All right, and that leaves Gumbo Giles is the only one who could be 116. I guess he's our winner. Good for him. That means Ferris Fry is the only one who could be 107. And Igor Ingram is 3 more than that. As mentioned, we have all of our competitors. All right, and let's go through their order and their home country. Okay, so Qatari is 6 more than Ferris Fry. Yes, good. And that makes him 7th. Ooh, tough break. And, oh no, wait, not 7th place, 7th in a row. He actually did pretty well. 113 meters. And he's Chevy Chen. So he's been found. That means Iceland has to be 116, aka Gumbo Giles. And that means Brunei. Oh, we should have figured this out before because it has to be 12 meters deeper than Brunei. Good. Okay. So Zambia goes here. That only leaves Honduras. So we have all the countries and all the divers. All we need is the order. Okay, so where's that one about the... Britt Bradley dove deeper than the person who went first. So if first only has 2 options. If it was here, it would be deeper than Britt Bradley. So it has to be here. First is 101, Jorel Joyce. And Tajikistan. Very good. Okay. The Icelandic didn't dive 5th, so all that's left for him is 3rd, and that leaves just 1, 5th as Ferris Fry. Say that fast. All right, so let's fill out the board on the bottom, and then we should be done. So we have Ed Elliott in 4th place from Mongolia. Then we have Jorel Joyce who went first from Tajikistan. Then we have 104 meters, Britt Bradley, who went second from Brunei. 107 meters is Faris Fry, who went fifth from France. Just kidding, Honduras. Then we have Igor Ingram at 110 meters. He was seventh. Oh, did I skip one? It was sixth. That's close. Both begin with an S. At Zambia. Then 113, we have Chevy Chen, who was seventh, the real seventh, from Qatar. And finally, our winner was Gumbo Giles. And who went third, and from Iceland. All right, let's check it in the back of the book. Puzzle number 33. There it is. Okay, so we have Ed Elliott, Joral Joyce, Britt Bradley, Faris Fry, Igor Ingram, Chevy Chen, and Gumbo Giles. Good. We have fourth, first, second, fifth, sixth, seventh, and third. Good. And then we have Mongolia, Tajikistan, Brunei, Honduras, Zambia, Qatar, and Iceland. We got it. All right. I'm going to quickly fill out the rest of the board and use this time to thank you all again so much for watching. Iceland, third. Sixth is Zambia. Honduras, fifth. Voila! Thanks for watching.